turn it over to Dell. Dell's going to have an opening statement.
Ready? First, I want to say thanks to all you guys for coming out here today. Obviously, camp starts tomorrow. We're looking forward to getting the guys out on the court. We were hoping to come into camp with everyone healthy. Unfortunately, we found out last week Tyreek will miss 3 to 5 weeks. Hopefully, it'll be closer to 3 weeks than 5, but we're projecting to be 3 to 5 weeks. He'll be out with the hamstring strain. So we're looking forward to getting the group out onto the court. And we're really looking forward to finding this team can gel. And we look forward and accept the opportunity to compete against the best in the Western Conference. Question?
Was there anything in his contract, Dell, that would preclude him or cause him, by playing in the pickup basketball game like that, or any concern in that area at all?
No. Guys work out all the time in different locations. The one thing about Tyreek, he was here most of the summer. I would like to say he was probably here more than any other player in the summer working out. And then just unfortunate that, the hamstring strain happened out of town instead of here, but it could have happened anywhere. I know some people kind of say, even when the guys get hurt when they play for their national teams, it's in a controlled environment. It could happen anywhere.
I feel like this team's a bit snake bitten with these. We went through it all last year, and we haven't even practiced yet. Something happened to another key player.
Oh, I think he'll be back in time. We're disappointed he won't be able to participate in training camp because we think it's important for the team to learn to play with each other and develop that chemistry. But next man up, and give some other people some opportunities to prove themselves.
He had been rehabbing his knee, after having surgery. Was he cleared to?
Yeah, he was cleared. Yeah, he was cleared to play. He'd been working out with our coaching staff. Like I said, he's really, we're really proud of him because it's so much time that he had spent in the gym this summer. All the work he had put into. It's like I said, it's not only disappointing for the organization, but it's disappointing for him as well.
About the injuries, have you guys even considered something like a maintenance plan like they do with the Heat, with Wade? Is there any type of looking in it?
Yeah, one thing we've done with our medical staff, we've added a couple more people. We think our group does a great job of plans for these guys. We have nutritionists. We're doing everything possible to put these guys in situations where they'll be healthy.
What do you feel for as expectations? Do you feel it's accurate to say that you guys' goal is to try to be in the playoffs? Is that the number one objective?
Don't get me wrong. I think that it's important for us to have sustained success. We don't want to sacrifice everything just to make the playoffs this year. Obviously, we want to make the playoffs. There's no ifs, ands, buts about that. But I think the most important thing is that we become a good team and we grow. And, we don't want to just make the playoffs, get there, and get swept. But obviously, we want to make sure that we are a good basketball team and that we gel and we come together. The West is tough. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. And I said we accept the opportunity to go compete against the best.
But you and Monty have been here a little while now. So with experience in a team and continuity and gelling that you guys have had together comes higher expectations. It has to be like a playoff, or it's just not successful this year because it's been such an absence of playoffs here for a while now.
Like I said, we want to make the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. But I don't want to sit here and say, hey, it's a complete failure if we don't. I said we think that the Western Conference is tough. We think that we have talent. It's good that you do have expectations. Like I said, I think that we have some talented players on our team. But the key is going to be them becoming a team, gelling together, and hopefully they become that team, that unit. As a team, they'll be worth more than the sum of all their individual talent.
How do you think young teams that haven't tasted playoff action, how do you think success is determined with them? Any team, that struggle to get to where other teams have gotten to.
I'm a little confused by the question.
I guess I'm asking, you say that it's not necessarily have to make the playoffs to deem this a successful season. Then what are the standards that maybe you and Monty have set for this team that they have to get to this year?
We want to be a good basketball team. No ifs, ands, buts about it. We want to be good.
Ryan Anderson was cleared by his doctor to have contact, but was he cleared? I know there's supposed to be a follow-up with Carlos Daniel.
Oh, he's cleared. Ryan's cleared. He's been working out. He's been working out with the guys for the last few weeks.
He's been playing pickup.
Yeah, he's been playing pickup ball. And so, like I said, we're going to be smart with him. We don't want to just throw him into the fire. We're going to gradually import him into team activities. But we're going to be smart about it.
If everything falls into place and you maintain your health throughout the year, do you feel as though you've assembled the parts that would be able to contend for a playoff?
Yes.
If there were one area on this team aside from wins where you felt it needed to improve this year, what do you think that area was?
I mean, we felt like we had to become a better defensive team and a better rebounding team. You know, that was one of the reasons why we acquired Amir Osik. We think that he'll partner up well with Anthony and Ryan and our other bigs. I think we'll have a really good front court. I think we have some dynamic backcourt players. But, you know, it's going to be important for them to play together, defend, and also rebound. I think those are going to be big keys for us this season.
How do you
talked
think
about
John?
assembling the parts. Do you feel that right now you're in better position, experience-wise, personnel-wise, everything all considered, than you were a year ago when you also figured to be a playoff contender?
Yeah, I mean, we do. Obviously, we want to gel together. I think that's going to be important, understanding concepts and terminology. You know, we do have some new guys that are coming in also, and integrating them will be important.
What would you say is your philosophy about the small forward position as it relates to the roster as it's made up?
You know, that's the big question mark. I think we can do it by committee. I think we'll have another number of guys. I think competition is going to be great. You know, obviously, you know, Tyreek played there a lot last year, and I thought he had success with that. It's not ideal or traditional, but I thought that he did a really good job at that position. I think guys like John Solomons and Darius and Luke will have an opportunity to compete for minutes there. And like I said, the key is just going to be the chemistry, the gelling together, and what pieces fit.
Equally, how do you feel about the bench this year, particularly compared to last year's reserves?
I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of competition for the rotation. You know, I'm excited to see Austin Rivers. You know, he's been spending a lot of time in the gym. You know, he's been here late at night, early in the morning. You know, his body looks great. I think he's going to really compete for minutes off the bench. I think Jimmer Fredette, he's come in and he's been. I mean, his body looks good too. I think some guys are really. I think the competition is going to be great in practice. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
What are you ever close to doing Austin in the offseason? Was that ever, did you feel you were close to having to do that at some point?
Well, I mean, I think in the offseason we were looking at every opportunity to make the team better, and sometimes decisions like that come into play. But, you know, I think there was a lot of confusion on what we were going to do. We were trying to keep everything close to the vest. But, you know, our whole goal in this was to keep Austin. You know, we wanted to keep Austin on our team. We're excited about his possibility this year, and we went out of our way to make sure we kept him on our roster.
The ownership of Dennis Roush, I guess, mainly, the speeches he's made it clear they're trying to create excitement, for want of a better word, around this franchise. And he says, number one, that's winning. How much more of a sense of urgency then does that put on the basketball side of it this season?
I mean, we all want to win. I mean, I think we wanted to win last year. We wanted to win the year before, but it's a process. And like I said, we're, you know, like I said, we'll see. You know, I think we're going to put this group together. I think they have a lot to prove. And the West is tough. You know, there's going to be some good teams in the West that don't make the playoffs, but we want to be one of the teams that do.
Do you have any concerns today moving forward?
I guess I have a couple, but you know, I think it's less concerns and more excitement about the opportunity, because the opportunity is there. And I think, you know, you guys I'm glad you guys are asking these questions, because that means that we have some good players and we have a chance to be in the mix.
You want to articulate your concerns?
I thought I just did. They're more excitement than concerns, I should say. It's like, you know, it's like the night before Christmas. What's Mom going to get me, or not? You know, what she's not going to get me.
The whole that Evans is not going to be playing for a while. Is that the Eric Gordon off the bench possibility? Is that kind of shelved for a while, Dell?
I didn't know that was a possibility. You know, I you know that wasn't something that we've discussed. Nakia?
Is there any added pressure you think, given you've had a few years in here and you got the kind of guys, you know, going out and getting Ashi, and this team seems like it's coming together?
Again, I want to make sure I say this. It's like, if you don't want the pressure, you shouldn't be in this business. And we trying to put together a group here that can compete and can win basketball games. And so when people say that that's a negative, I think of it as a positive. You know, I'm a glass half full type of guy. And, you know, I'm looking forward to this opportunity, because, you know, these questions that you guys are asking me, that we do have a chance. I mean, that's what you guys are saying, is that we have a chance, and that's what we want.
What are you hoping to see from Anthony Davis, just the way he performed this summer? What are you looking for and hope that you can see from him even further from what he did last season?
his continued progression. I'll tell you this, one of the best things you can say, so many good things have been said about Anthony. The thing that was very interesting is that, when Monty and Anthony returned from Spain the next morning, they were both in here. Like they arrived back in New Orleans Monday night. Tuesday morning, they were both in here watching everyone work out. They could have easily been home, running some errands, doing different things. And the great thing about Anthony, this type of person he is not only did he come and talk to the coaching staff, he came and talked to our scouting staff, different staff members. He went and shook everyone's hands. And you just don't see that every day. And it really lifted up our gym. They've been working out for a couple weeks, and just seeing him in here and working out with the guys, it lifts us up. He has that ability on and off the court with his personality to lift up an organization. And, he's only 21 years old, and, the leadership that he's going to bring to us is going to be really important. But then he also has some guys that can help him carry the load.
You just having a guy like that on your franchise help you in attracting free agents and so forth down the road?
I mean, we'll see, but I hope it helps a lot.
How do you feel that having not only Anthony's development but ASIC and having two big guys like that give you additional flexibility at other positions in terms of the rotation, and talking about going small at forward in particular?
Yeah, I think that can help cover up some mistakes. I think we got two rim protectors right now, two defensive-oriented guys that, I think that, I can't wait to watch them play together. I think they're going to be able to protect the rim. I think they're going to be able to rebound. I think we'll have some flexibility. I think, but I think the key is going to be them learning each other and learning what one likes, what the other doesn't like, how to put each other in good positions.
You talk about flexibility, but you talk about the flexibility of this overall roster, particularly compared to last year.
Well, I think we got a number of guys that can play different positions. I think, in the backcourt, Tyree can play more positions. I think Drew can play on and off the ball. I think Austin and Jimmer can do the same. So I think we have some flexibility there. And then with our bigs, I think we can go big defensively with Anthony and Omir. And then also, you bring Ryan in that can spread the floor out. And then, Alexi's a really good player. And then, Jeff's really been here working out all summer. He's put on some weight, and he brings some energy. And then, we have a rookie that we signed, Patrick Young, that's really looked good in our off-season workouts. And so, like I said, it's going to be a lot of competition. That's going to be an important part of camp is the competition.
Thank you, Dell.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.